Hi everyone, welcome to my creative escape on a Wednesday night. Sorry I'm a bit late today, but I'm here. I just had lots of issues and I think it's maybe because I changed my password as well and few dramas, and then I tried to go live directly but internet wasn't having any part of that, so here I am and I appreciate you taking the time to be with me today. So I know it's a bit late, but never mind. It might be a bit relaxing at the moment. So finished your day's work and able to relax. And I've gone and had a glass of water, so I'm a little bit better than I was 20 minutes ago. So I hope you have fun today. I've got a really nice card to share with you today, and you might have had a sneak peek if you are a subscriber to my blog. It is one I've done for my Around the World on Wednesday blog hop. It is one of my favorite blog hops because I get to really share inspiration and get inspired by, actually it's more me getting inspired by all these wonderful demonstrators around the world. They're really talented ladies, and it's run by and organized by Angie McKenzie. She's beautiful, and we have lots of fun, and we have fun themes. And today our theme was to case one of our team members, and so we have a list and we case the next team member down the list. I had Kaz Boylan. She's another demonstrator in Australia, and she's from Crafting with Kaz. And so I cased one of her layouts pretty much, and she had done this card with the In Designer Series paper, and that's on sale at the moment. And even the paper I'm going to use today is on sale. So I love that she had used this paper as a background, and I chose that design. So it's a lovely layout as well, but I'm going to be sharing with you some fun technique. So Designer Series paper, there's 9 designs on sale at the moment, 15% off until the 2nd of August. You're going to want to take advantage of that. If you haven't hopped on to my online market, which I am sharing with several other businesses, there's many of us, there's some great businesses there. They're all offering different products. They're offering specials, and there's a massive hamper worth $500. So if you place an order with any order, you have an opportunity to go in the draw for a hamper which includes product or vouchers from all these vendors. And there's people I haven't heard of, and it's some beautiful product there. So you're going to want to hop on. It's the Be Inspired online market. Hop onto that, join the group. Lots of offers going on. It goes on until the 25th of July. So 2 weeks of Christmas in July fun. And so you can get into that draw with any orders, or if you book a workshop with me and or host a party, it can be online or in person. So that's some fun we're having, and so that's some news that's going on, so please hop onto that. You'd love it. So I'm going to just switch the camera around so you can see what we are making. And I'll keep checking that this doesn't drop out as well, so just bear with me. Our project is going to be a little bit longer today because there is a bit more to share with you, and it does take a little bit more time because it's a bit I've got a bit of technique and stuff. So I hope you don't mind. You can just watch it later as well. So if you're watching on replay as well, please comment, and if you're here with me live, please say hi. I'd love to hear from you. So where are we? Let me switch this camera. So this is the card we're going to be making today. Just like that. Right. So it's really nice, and this layout has had the DSP, and I just love those little strips she had, and I just wanted to follow that. Today I am using the Tasteful Touches stamp set, which is one that carried over from our last catalog, and also it was so popular we had the Designer Series paper to match, which has carried over as well. So, and that is on sale currently, and that I can't remember how many sheets, but it's not 12 sheets. You get lots more in that pack. So we've got that. I have got a few ink colors as well. So I have these. I just played around with the inks actually, and I kind of forgot. This came about as a mistake. I forgot that I was dealing with Highland Heather here, so I pulled Fresh Freesia, and so I started coloring in Fresh Freesia. So I'm gonna work in the same colors I did for my card. So Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and Blackberry Bliss. So that's our flower. I've got mint macaron for the leaves, some basic gray for stamping, and some pop of Cajun craze just for contrast. And it does go well, and I just liked how that added a bit of a pop of color there. So to start with, I'm going to stamp this flower first, and I guess that's the thing that mainly consumes the most time. And I'm stamping on shimmery white cardstock, which is great for just, you can use it regularly on a card because it has that lovely, you may be able to see a bit of a nice shimmer on it, but it is useful for your watercoloring, and that's where it works really well. We also have a Fluid 100 watercolor cardstock. I use this more. I do use the Fluid 100. It's probably a bit more porous. This is smoother than the Fluid 100. So let's open up our ink pads, and I've got Fresh Freesia to start with. So that's our palest color, and probably in hindsight I wouldn't have used so much on that, and I did have to touch it up a bit, so I didn't want the Fresh Freesia too much. You need the ink refills for this, okay? So you could just use your clear block, pick up some color and use it like a paint palette, but I preferred with this technique to actually use ink refill. So you can see I've dropped some ink refill in there now, and that's my Blackberry Bliss. So our ink refills, this is not the color, but it comes like that, and they last forever. So I'm using our blender pen. Blender pens come in a pack of 3, $21. They are double-sided. It's got a magic potion. I don't know what it's got in there, but it helps blend your colors together really well. So it's normally you could use your aqua painters, but this is not so. It's a bit different in the sense it doesn't give out as much water as well. Like it's a more controlled is the word probably I would use. So I'll pull that back so I can bring this into camera as to how I'm coloring in it. I'm feeling I've got some ink somewhere, but that will show in due course. So you don't have to press it or anything, that liquid will just come out, like it's just like a regular pen, just easy brush tip. This is something good to have in your toolkit. And I'm just going through and coloring all these petals, a bit of shading, and as I go through, you can see I'm just barely using the color, right? You're better off starting light and then you can add the darkness, and that's how I started. And you can see that this paper will give off that shimmer, and it'll show through that shimmer. It's just the nature of the paper. You didn't want that shimmer. I think it's quite nice, but if you prefer the Fluid 100, it'll give you no shimmer at all. It's just more porous and thicker. Hey Renee! Hi Jane, nice to see you guys. Thanks for watching. So now I'm just going to pick up some of this Highland. This is Highland heather. The good thing with the ink pads, it's got you can put the sticker there and you've got a sticker there. But I find sometimes the color does fade for some reason, and so it's a bit hard. But here it actually stays. You can see it says Highland heather. So if you leave it facing you, then there's no mistakes to happen. So I'm just creating like a little how do I say? I'm just it's a bit of a clean, just some lines, so to speak. And it's easy. These blender pens are easy to work with. It's more controlled than the aqua painters, I think, but it is a different effect. So it just depends on what type of effect you want. I think it's something maybe not used as often as we should. It's like a really nice addition. And if you have two colors going, you've got the two tips, so you can swap around. I may not even use the blackberry glaze, but we'll see. We might leave the blackberry bliss out, I think. We'll just try the gorgeous blue. And it's always good to do two different colors, and you can compare. And I'm just following the lines which are in the stamp itself, right? I'm not like an artist. The stamps make it so easy. And I got a bit heavy-handed there, but we can blend that in. And then I'll always go back with the lighter color. You can see when you first apply this, it's dark. And then of course as you keep using it, it's getting a lighter color. If you haven't given it a try, blender pens, give it a try. And that's another way for you to use your ink refills. I mean, there's so many techniques you can use the ink refills for, not just refilling your ink pads. So we're nearly done, and I'm just thinking like washing. And the good thing is this pretty much dries straight away. Okay. Then I will leave that, and we'll just see how that dries. I think that's fine. I will need that highlight heather again, so I'll leave that. The next thing I'm gonna do is, should have die cut some of this earlier, but I will. I've got the Forever Fern stamp set, which is one of those. This I use all the time because you've got so many different leaves, and that's what I like about it. So, giving you several options. I'm gonna use that mint macaron. I'm just getting the basics ready for my card. And I'll die cut 3. This is a distinctive stamp set. So a distinctive stamp set means it's got that opaque look, or it's like a photographic image. So it gives you that shading, and you can see it's like you colored it, but you haven't. It's just one stamp, and you've got all that lovely shading on it. I'm gonna trim that down so it goes to my mini stamping cut emboss machine. that would have been a little bit too wide. We do have to fussy cut the flower, but it's not hard. Let's see, have I got my washi tape? I keep losing it. Our cat, well, one of our cats particularly likes washi tape. So I've got so many. She gets one of them. And bottle cap covers. I'm just gonna watch me cut out just 3 leaves. Pretty quick. You can see it's really pretty, that leaf. I use that quite often. That particular one, especially out of that set. It's nice. Wednesdays are my day off, but it tends to be the busiest day. It's funny like how it goes. One more. I'd love for you to share the video if you like it, and if you think someone else might like it. It really helps me. And just gets the word around, and word of mouth is important for small businesses. So I'll leave that aside. We'll fussy cut our flower. I always say you can leave a border or not. That's your choice, what you prefer. Generally, I leave a border. I've got to remember to be in front of the camera when I'm cutting. Sometimes, like, a tendency is to bring it close to me, so I can see. So you can see it's a quick flower. It's nice and large and no fiddly bits. More stems, more leaves. So we've got that. Next thing I will start is our sentiment. I am going to bring a bit of scrap paper, and what I first do is we'll get the gorgeous grey, and in that stamp set there is this in that Tasteful Touches set. What I'm going to do is just stamp this across, just for a bit of extra texture and detail. Then I've got basic grey, and I will use, I'm not switching this card around too much, I'm just using what I used on what I did before, the Just Saying Hello. And the die is the Hippo dies. Hippo and Friends or something is called. That particular die set, I have used the labels a lot. They are really handy. And some are nesting, some are like different shapes. There's lots. There's like 9, I think, different shapes and sizes. It's always handy. So I'll bring in the card again so you can see what we're doing. Oh, I need that again. So now this piece of paper is from the Bloom Where You're Planted designer series paper, and I just love the texture. It's like I would say cement, I guess, and that's the back of that paper. So what I did, so this is something you can do with designer series paper. When we have different things, you go, oh, what do? I can just use it as a base. What else? You can stamp on it. This is another way to order your designer series paper. I've got Cajun Craze here, and I am going over it with a sponge dauber. So that's going to change the color of this paper, but it's going to still give me that texture that's on the paper through. And it also doesn't make it as dark as Cajun Craze. So I'll bring in Cajun Craze. So this is Cajun Craze cardstock. Like if I use that, you can see the difference that and that, because I don't want it as strong as using a piece of cardstock. So I'd rather do this. You can even do it on a piece of basic white cardstock when you don't want it a strong color. And it still gives you that tone, but not the depth of color. So you can still see the texture, and I did it quite dark, and you can still see the texture. And so this is just a sponge dauber. Some of my sponge daubers need to be retired because it's not coming off. They've been well and truly used and loved them. Need to say goodbye. You can use the blending brushes as well. The smaller areas, sometimes I'm just easy to pop it on the finger and just go for it. So you can see that texture there still. The next thing I'm gonna do. Right, so I've got this piece of cardstock. I did emboss it before with the Meadow Moments embossing folder. So that's that. You get 2 in that set. One is got that butterflies and things. So you get 2. These fit in the mini stamping card and emboss machine. So this is Highland Heather. So I am going to cut this at the same angle. So I just place that there. You don't want all kinds of angles going on. And I pretty much want it nearly the same length. But I've just adjusted it a touch so you have a bit more. Alright, so we got that. Then I've got a piece of the hand designer series paper. So this is from the same suite, same type of DSP. You get that, and so this is a strip of that. And again, I'm gonna cut one at that angle, and then we're gonna go at an opposite angle. I'm thinking, yeah. And the other one doesn't matter, but I did it like this. So you want it to go on. Let me show you. So I've got one going like that and one like that. So flip it so you don't miss the angle. And like that. So you're getting roughly is what the piece you want. That's not quite in the corner, so I'll fix that up. I love those stripes. Let's make macaron there. So that's pretty much the right length I wanted. So I've got all my pieces ready. I've got basic white card base, highlight heather piece at 9.9 by 14.2. So that's the measurement, 9.9 by 14.2. Then the next one is 9.5 by 13.8, which is basic white, and the DSP is 9.1 by 13.4. So I'm going down in 0.4 centimeters there. So these three just get stuck together. So pretty much just layering. I'm the layering queen. I love layering. That's actually a piece of shimmery white. Doesn't matter. We'll go with it. Sometimes it's hard to tell with the dark and with my pathetic eyesight. And then we will do that. Do you love this paper? This is very pretty. This and the hand pen and the Europe peach are probably my favorites in the annual catalog. Next, again, we're just sticking basic gluing. You can see just layering makes it, adding layers just makes it lots better, more interesting and things. Now I have this beautiful ribbon. It's grey granite. It works fine even though I've got basic grey there. It's no issues at all there. So what I will do, I kind of know where I want this to go. So I will just put one dimensional there so it sticks. So I'm not sticking it anywhere. And then I'm going to bring some double-sided tape. I'll just stick that up down. We may need some more to secure it, but for now, it's always good to have something there, right? I'm going to create a figure eight. A ruff. It doesn't have to be. It's like a little boy. I'm just going to have there. So that's going to sit like that. So you need to see what you're doing. So that'll just sit behind my flower like that. Okay. And then I will add another piece of tear and tape there. These are not my good scissors, not for fabric anyway. And plus I've got glue on them, that doesn't help. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is just add a few dimensionals. So stuffing dimensionals just help these elements pop off the page and give some depth. And we always like a bit of texture and things, but we won't do that yet because Rochelle suddenly remembered that we need to stick these down. So let's do that. So first one that goes down is these two pieces because then we have the purple over, the highlight heather over. Alright, so we will do the left piece first, which is the mint macaron piece. This way. Kind of different, but that's okay. We can work with that. Right. can always flip it around. Doesn't have to be the same. Let's go. There, that's done. And I love that the greyish color, the color coming through, very like industrial look. It's like rust, doesn't it? And just has that nice look against the very feminine floral look, and then you've got that grungy look. Okay, then I will stick that down right there. So I want a bit of margin there. What I did with these leaves, so we've got 3 sets. I did tuck them in first, and then put little mini stamping dimensionals, right? I just find having my base there easy to work with than trying to stick the leaves prior. And sometimes I do try to stick, like if you can see what I'm doing, I try to do it under that purple, and it just gives the illusion that which it is, it's behind something and it's got different layers. So just like you would do regular flower arranging or something. You'd have different heights, and you put one at the back, one at the front. So if you can do that peekaboo kind of thing happening. And even this one, I'll cut it down. Then it just sits there. It gives you nice. It's a nice look. So all I'm doing is adding one dimensional there. You could add another one, and I might even put some glue. If I can get this backing off, which it doesn't want to come, it will stick onto things I don't want it to stick onto. There we are. There we are. And then I will stick that one there. And on this, I will add a bit of glue. Just a little bit. Then it's not going to move. It's stuck well and truly. Add another dimensional under here. Pop that under if there's a gap. Try not to get it on the ribbon because then it's going to be wonky. It doesn't matter. It'll fix itself, but just helps you when you're doing that. Now, some embellishments. The pastel pearls work really well for this. Of course, it's got the purples, and so I did do a mix and match of that. If you haven't joined my paper crafting basics and beyond, which I just changed the name recently, I'm trying to just do some basic card making stuff as well as more elaborate card making, but just going back to our basics. So because sometimes there are things that everyone likes to know, and there's lots that we have known for ages, and I'd also like to teach some, share some new techniques and things like that. So it's going to be some training. I'm going to have some workshops there as well. So I'll hop onto that, and we'll be having some interaction on there. So that's pretty much my card done. I am going to stamp this now. I'm trying to find my which I'm looking very lost at the moment. It's not bad considering my shiny. Considering we started late. Let's stamp a flower in Highland Heather just to finish this off. And make it pretty. Which of the purples we have do you like the best? This Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape. I usually like the darker one. Or don't you like purple at all? That looks nice. Isn't it? Has it dropped? Let me check. Right, it's still going. I had a momentary fear. Alright. So that's the card we've made. Now, you can see the difference. I'll show you. So this one had blackberry bliss there. So, I don't know, what do you prefer? Oh, is there a difference? Is there much of a difference that it matters? And this I just used purple, so this had the blackberry bliss in there, just for more definition. But same card, I think that I just love the Cajun craze in there. That I don't know why I picked it, but I just like the look of it. And I think it just adds something there. So I hope you have really enjoyed that, and definitely if you give that card a try, I'd love to see you pop your card up for me to have a look. Just pop it in the comments. Try that layout, try maybe the color combination. It's a bit different, so give that a shot. And let me see what you've made during our session or after. I'm just gonna... So thanks for sticking with me and being here, even though it was delayed. It has been a really fun session. I've enjoyed crafting with you, and I hope to see you back soon. And I will be having a couple more lives during the weekend. Follow me with on Craft Live this weekend. It's a great international craft show, and I'll be doing some presentations through Facebook for that. So just follow that as well. So you will be fully immersed in craft stuff this weekend. So have a great rest of the week, and I will catch up with you soon. Bye.